Francis Edward Ifield is an English-born easy-listening and country music singer. He achieved considerable success in the early 1960s, especially in the UK singles chart, where he had 4 number-one hits in 1962 and 1963. Early years: born in Camden, Coventry, Warwickshire, England, Ifield moved with his Australian parents to Dural, 50 km from Sydney, about 1946. It was a rural district and he listened to hillbilly music while milking the cows. He learned how to yodel in imitation of country stars like Hank Snow. At the age of 13 he recorded "Did You See My Daddy Over There?" and by 19 was the #1 recording star in Australia and New Zealand. He returned to the UK in 1959. 1960's success: his first record in the UK was "Lucky Devil," which reached number 22 in the UK charts. His next 6 records were less successful, but he finally broke through with "I Remember You," which topped the charts for 7 weeks in 1962. Known for Ifield's falsetto and a slight yodel, it was the second highest-selling single of that year in the UK and became the 7th million-selling single. His next single was a double A-side, "Lovesick Blues," and "She Taught Me to Yodel." Lovesick Blues was originally sung by Hank Williams and was treated in an upbeat "Let's Twist Again" style. The other song is a virtuoso piece of yodeling with the final verse entirely yodeling sung at double speed. It also reached number 44 in the US Billboard Hot 100. His next hit, "Wayward Wind," made him the first UK-based artist to reach number 1 3 times in the UK in succession. The only other person to have done so at that point was Elvis Presley. His other recordings include "Nobody's Darling But Mine," "I'm Confessin'," "Mule Train," and "Don't Blame Me." In 1963 he sang at the Grand Ole Opry, introduced by one of his heroes, Hank Snow. Many of his records were produced by Norrie Paramor. Ifield also was featured on Jolly What?, a 1964 compilation comprising 8 of his tracks and 4 of those of the Beatles, which has been considered an attempt to cash in on Beatlemania. Acting: Ifield starred in the 1965 comedy musical Up Jump to Swagman. A Song for Europe, Ifield twice entered the UK heat of the Eurovision Song Contest. He came in second in the 1962 heat with "Alone Too Long." In the 1976 heat he tried with "Ain't Gonna Take No for an Answer," finishing last of 12. "She Taught Me to Yodel." Ifield had been told by his management not to yodel because it would brand him. Nevertheless, he sang "She Taught Me to Yodel" as an encore in a Royal Command performance at the specific request of the Queen Mother to sing a yodeling song. In 1991, Ifield returned to the UK chart when a dance remix of "She Taught Me to Yodel," called "The Yodeling Song," billed as Frank Ifield featuring the Black Room Boys, reached no A40 in the UK singles chart. In more than 30 years, it is his 16th appearance on that list. Atfield FM appearance: on June 10, 2012, Ifield joined his friend Paul Hazale on his World of Country show on the community radio station Atfield FM. He was in the studio for the entire program and discussed his life in music and forthcoming induction to the Coventry Music Wall of Fame. Discography: albums, singles, notes. "It's My Time" peaked at no A12 on the RPM Country Tracks chart in Canada. Credited to Frank Ifield featuring the Black Room Boys. References. External links: Frank Ifield's official website, Frank Ifield with Autograph Seekers, 1962, Frank Ifield discography from Music City, Frank Ifield's official discography at Discoogle, Frank Ifield at the Internet Movie Database.